Hello, this is teddygaming. Welcome back to another review. And today's one, we're going to be reviewing the 2012 Season 1, Episode 5, which is called, I think his name is Baxter, with most of the cast returning with Turtles and Splinter. But then we had a new villain, which is Baxter, voiced by Phil Lamar, which, wow, just wow, they got him in it, and incredible. Um, and yeah, so moving on from the last episode, which was tell us find out the 13 Tekkendom, I felt like this one was a bit of a weirder place to go, as it was just going as like fighting a normal human being, but it was just there at the wrong time, wrong place, sort of thing, and it just felt a little bit out of place compared to the other show, I'd say. But it's all like a really good, enjoyable episode. However, there are some things later on in the episode which I'd say definitely have a certain aspect that don't really fit the show too well, too much. But we'll get to that bit in a minute when we actually get to that part. I don't really have anything else to say before we do actually get into it, but let's just get into it. Okay, so we start this episode off with Splinter training or just meditating in his room, or like little dojo. And he's going into the deep trance where he's seeing space somehow. I don't think that's real or like very realistic, shall I say? But then he gets interrupted as the Toes, or Monkey specifically, is going to be skateboarding the sewers over the three turtles. But when it comes out and interrupts them as well, Monkey falls and crashes into the Toes and makes a big scene out of it all. So he's going to ground them for 1 week, but Toes is not really too thrilled about this. So Johnny invents a new music machine, so he's able to listen to all different kinds of music that he wants. Apparently, it's the best one in the world somehow. And I won't lie, I thought this might be a reference to the issue one of the comic, because he says that he got all the opponents from this military junkyard, which happened in issue one. So that might be a reference to that, but I'm not too sure. But either way, it's there. Smokey goes and tries on this new weapon, or not weapon, machine, and then it starts to play poker, so Johnny changed it to be something a bit more interesting. But then Raphael and gets a bit annoyed and wants to go out, so he takes Johnny and Mikey to come along with him. But Leo objects to this because he's not supposed to be leaving the lair. But of course they leave the lair, and they're doing all these sort of tricks. And Johnny realizes that basically the T-phone is now upgrading itself somehow. I think it might be something to do with the internet or something. I don't know. Do you really care? Nope. But still, he realizes that and is really confused by it. But then Leo makes a very big mistake as a ninja, falls down a few flights of stairs, and into a beehive, and then into a garbage truck, or no, garbage bin. Still, I don't see how this show is realistic. He should have died, or at the very least broken a few bones. So, yeah, that's my one big problem with this show. It's not realistic enough. I know there's hotels, but you got some things you got to allow. But then they are skating across the streets in sewers, or not sewers, across the rooftops, and they're about to head home, but then they realise that this man is trying to break into this building. So what Turtles do? They of course go to stop him, and they do so, and they successfully do it. But at the loss of them actually losing their stealth ability, and Baxter sent off the alarm. So they decide to put him into the bin, and then Toes go home. So after this, Toes a bit very sleepy because of it, and the next morning they're trying to do all these different types of train sections with Splinter. But Splinter realizes is that they're like really lacking and very poorly doing it. I mean, he's moaning at Toes for not doing handstands properly. So in the end, he just asks him if you're okay, and he says, "Oh yeah, we're fine and all that." But turns out they're not. So then he does some Kundori, where he just basically hits them, and well, let's face it, the Toes didn't really stand much of a chance, did they? They just immediately fell to the floor. So Leo's going off and went to watch Space Heroes when he's interrupted by the TV news report saying that Baxter Stockman is being like going around destroying the city and all that. But the thing which I which I thought was quite funny was basically like Cartoon Network or like DC specifically, their main actors are ones that every other network use as side characters or just extras. I'm only starting to realise that now, and this really proves it right. Like the person who does um that guy in Space Series goes, "Oh, what are you gonna do when he gets that?" That guy, I'm pretty sure he's one who gets just Robin in Teen Titans. So yikes. So then Turtles go after Baxter and see that he's been had a big upgrade. So Turtles go after him and fight him and do really badly fail at this. They do bring us out to the streets and Mikey gets chased down by Baxter. So, but then the Turtles go home and then they're caught out by Splinter and they're all beaten up. So it asks Splinter, how do you defeat a guy in armor? And his response was, you don't fight the armor, you fight the guy. But well, if he's in the armor, you can't really do that. So, yeah, maybe not best advice, Splinter. Yeah, there's such a good run of good advice. Share the come to this. Seven Turtles go and use this to their advantage, and it was a bit weird. I did enjoy this fight, but they were losing. The reason I can't really say I can't explain it too well because they just did fights and yeah. But when they're about to lose, they put bees in his face and that made him allowed to make him win. So this is when they do like that thing which I was saying, which is like a bit weird, was that the Turtles would hit Stockman, somehow making him go back a few steps. But if you're hitting him with a stick, I doubt that's going to make much of an effect on him. But when the Turtles hit them, that is like it's going to go black with like the colours of the turtles. Be like a blood source stain or something like that. Like sort of like a Jack Kirby sort of effect, like sort of crackling and all that. I mean, it looked good. It just felt really out of place just because we've never seen this in the show so far. And if you ever watch the show, this never happens again. So I'm really, really confused on why they did something like this. But then the Turtles out of the game defeats him, throw him off the roof, and they stab it, or Leo stabs him. And when the thing's still lighting up and all that, and Leo's face, wow, just wow, does his face look awesome. I can't really say much more than that. It looks, not I wouldn't say beautiful, but wow, it just this gave a different tone for the whole show in general. Then Turtles go home, and that is really it. They do some more Kandori, and that's basically where we leave the episode off. Some fun facts. There isn't really too many, I would say. One of them was that one of the shops had like the lettering like looks like Futuretoid and all that. So I was there. Baxter does a Kool-Aid reference where in his second battle with the Turtles, where he walks through the wall, he goes, "Oh yeah, like it's interesting." But yeah, also another one which I don't think is on too many sites, but I found out this on the producer's site, or on his Instagram, saying that that episode 5 was actually supposed to be episode 1. I thought that was really quite interesting. I don't know how they would have done that for a first episode, as it didn't really introduce anything. It was supposed to be like still following the same lines with that. Um, but by the looks of it, it was supposed to be following very closely in lines with like in terms of upgrading Stockman and all that. So I'm really interested to see what would have been the original idea, or like what could have been this whole series, you know. But yeah, overall, I don't know. This episode was okay. Out of the first 5, I think this has probably got to be one of the weakest, or one of the weaker ones, just because it has different tones and does different stuff within the episode itself than other episodes I've ever seen so far, and we will see in the future. I can't really say much more than that. But it was still an enjoyable episode. I just wish though it was just stayed in still stayed in tone with or 112 run. Because I was just doing a one-off thing for this episode, but never brings it up or anything like that. But yeah, let me know what you think about this episode in the comments below. I think that a few people could have different opinions to me and be like, "Wow, this is an amazing episode." And if it is, then good for you. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today, guys. If you do like on, please share, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.